I just want to see my balance, please, the little girl whispered. The millionaire laughed, loud, careless, and mocking. Until the numbers flashed on the screen. And in that moment, every person in the bank fell silent. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Ethan Ward had everything people said they wanted: power, money, and the kind of influence that makes doors open before he even touches them. At 39, he was already known as the man with no limits, a tech mogul whose every step created headlines. His expensive charcoal suit fit like it was stitched by angels, his watch alone could buy 3 decent houses, and the employees of Pinecrest National Bank whispered when he entered. But on this particular Wednesday morning, Ethan wasn't in the mood to entertain anyone. His company had just experienced a massive investment setback, costing millions. He wasn't losing his empire, but it irritated him deeply. His face was tense, impatient, he just wanted to finish banking formalities and leave. The queue was longer than usual. People moved slowly. Ethan tapped his fingers against his arm, his frustration growing by the second. "Can this line move any slower?" he muttered. That's when he noticed her. A tiny girl, maybe 7 years old, standing barefoot, her hair tied in an uneven ponytail, clutching a torn pink backpack. She kept glancing at the teller windows with nervous eyes. Beside her stood no adult. No guardian. Just her. She held a small, crumpled booklet, an old, worn-out savings account passbook. She didn't belong to this polished, glass-walled world. And certainly not to Ethan's. But she stood with a strange courage, like something deeply important depended on her being there. People around her barely noticed her, except to complain that she shouldn't be blocking the queue. "What's a kid doing here alone?" a man behind Ethan whispered. "No manners," another woman said. But the girl didn't seem to hear them. Her eyes kept drifting to the bank's digital token screen. Ethan rolled his eyes. This is ridiculous. A child in line. Where is her parent? Moments later, the girl stepped forward, her small voice trembling. "Excuse me, can I just check my balance?" The entire queue turned toward her. The teller, a tired woman in her 50s, gave a sympathetic smile. "Sweetie, you need to take a token." The girl lowered her head. I didn't know." Ethan scoffed softly. Unbelievable. The girl looked up at him at the exact moment he said it. Not in anger. Not in offense. Just sadness. She took a small step back, her hands shaking slightly. Something in Ethan's chest tightened, but he pushed the feeling away. Not my problem. Eventually, the line moved. While everyone ignored her, the girl stood silently, determined yet shrinking under the weight of the world. A few minutes later, she approached the teller again. "Ma'am, please. I just want to see my balance. It's really important." The teller sighed. "Sweetheart, you still need a token. You can't skip the line." The girl's voice cracked. But I walked 3 hours to get here." The murmurs around the bank grew louder. 3 hours, someone whispered. She's probably lying. Kids these days. Ethan had enough. He stepped forward. "Look," he said loudly, "if the child wants to check her balance, let her. It will take 10 seconds. We all have real work to do." His tone wasn't kind, it was dismissive. More frustration than compassion. The girl looked at him with big, scared eyes. "Yes, sir, thank you." Ethan smirked. Yeah. Just hurry." The teller, hesitant but moved by the situation, finally nodded. "All right, honey. Come here." The little girl stepped onto her tiptoes to hand over her passbook. Her fingers trembled so much that the teller had to gently take it from her. Ethan folded his arms, waiting to be amused. Probably a few cents, he thought. The teller typed the account number. Then froze. Her eyes widened, first with confusion, then shock, and finally, disbelief. She looked up at the girl. Then at Ethan. Then back at the screen. A hush fell over the bank. Everyone leaned in, sensing something unusual. The teller cleared her throat. "Sweetheart, where did you get this account?" The girl's eyes filled with tears, not of fear, but of memory. My dad made it, before he left for the hospital. He said when I turned 7, I should check the balance. I turned 7 last week. Her voice cracked. He just wanted to make sure I'd be okay. Ethan felt something pinch inside him. The teller swallowed hard, her voice trembling. Your father, he left you. Everything, the teller whispered. The screen glowed brightly with a number that made Ethan's heart stutter. A long row of digits. A balance larger than many people see in a lifetime. $4,870,000.73. Gasps echoed around the bank. People stared wide-eyed at the little girl who suddenly seemed to shine with a strange, heartbreaking power. Ethan felt the air leave his lungs. The girl blinked innocently. Is that a lot? The teller covered her mouth to hide her emotion. Yes, sweetheart. It's more than a lot. The girl held her torn backpack tightly. Daddy said, someday someone might laugh when I say I want to see my balance. But he said, when they finally see it, they'll stop. Ethan's entire body went still. Her words stabbed him deeper than he expected. The teller leaned closer. Where is your dad now, honey? The girl's eyes watered. He went to heaven last year. A heavy silence swallowed the bank. Ethan felt something break inside him. The girl's tiny frame, her trembling hands, her worn clothes, the contrast was unbearable. She had walked 3 hours, barefoot, just to honor her father's wish. No greed. No pride. Just love. She turned to Ethan. Thank you for letting me check, sir. Her gratitude stung like guilt. Ethan knelt down, his voice suddenly soft. What's your name? Lily Parker, she whispered. And Lily, where's your mother? I never met her. Ethan stood slowly, his throat tight. He looked around, every eye in the bank watched him. He removed his expensive jacket and gently wrapped it around Lily's shoulders. You're coming with me, he said quietly. Gasps filled the air again. But this time, not from shock. From hope. Lily looked confused. Why? Because no child should walk 3 hours alone. He swallowed. And because someone laughed at you today, and that someone was me. Her small hand reached out, hesitating. Ethan took it gently. I'm sorry, he said. The teller stepped closer. Sir, her account is secure. But she'll need a guardian until the court appoints one. Ethan nodded. I'll help her. Whatever it takes. Lily's eyes widened. You mean, you're not angry anymore? He smiled, genuinely, for the first time in a long time. No, Lily. You taught me something today. She tilted her head. What? That real wealth isn't what we keep. He squeezed her hand gently. It's what we give. The entire bank erupted into soft applause. For the first time, Ethan didn't feel like a millionaire. He felt like a human being. He walked out of the bank with Lily, the little girl who had nothing but a torn backpack, and yet, somehow, had more riches than his entire empire. And as the doors closed behind them, the lesson echoed in his heart. Money shows its true value only when it changes a life.